Hey, 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 loves from up above. You know who this is. This is I, Star Goddess. And what you see before you, ladies and gentlemen, loves and lovelies, is a very big keyhole. And as you know, what is missing is the key. The key. The key. The key. The key. We're going to find the key to our questions. We're going to find the key to our future. We're going to find the key to our destiny. We're going to find the answers that we need as the sun shines upon us. And we're excited to be here, and I am full of sun, full of joy, full of these rays. Loves, it's been quite a journey, and I am excited about what we're going to be bringing to you to help you unlock the authentic you, to help you bring forth all of you, and cast away the shadows and bring forth that sunshine. Bring forth the divine. It's time, right? It's time. Well, loves, I just really have anticipated this moment. And without any further ado, I want to just dive right in and let you know what we're going to be doing today. And we're going to start out with our singing bowl to clear and cleanse the energy. And I have here off camera my beautiful, beautiful lava Buddha. He's all black, gorgeous, gorgeous. He's shy. He doesn't want to come on camera. Do you want to come up? Okay, here we go. Here he is. Say hi. He's gorgeous, isn't he? Yes, he is. He's going to sit in with us as we do this reading. Okay? And we have here the energies of sunstone and iolite that we'll be using for this reading. And I was feeling led to do a tap-in therapy toolkit reading and also do opening energies with my tap-in oracle deck. And just really bring it home with that energy. Yes. And one moment, loves. 1 second. Okay, and we're back. Now, let's see, where was I? Let's open up with this clearing the energy, okay? And also cleansing, clearing. Yes, feel that. Woo! That feels amazing. I needed that. I hope you felt that on the other side. Okay. Well, again, I have quite a few new decks, lovelies. I'm excited to just really get into it with you guys when we do the Diamond Life Global Academy. And this is just a little taste of what is going to be on the inside of the Diamond Life Global Academy. And we're going to have different tiers where we're going to start out with the basic tier, and then there's going to be the next level tier, and then there's going to be the ultimate tier. okay? The Tap In Elite tier. Now, these are not courses per se, lovelies, because again, we don't do things the 3D way, right? So these are not courses that we're going to be doing. This is going to be keys to unlock the authentic you. Keys to unlock your purpose. Keys to free you. Keys to heal you. Keys to release the authentic you that has been hidden for generations, and we're going to help you break those generational curses and unlock those things that have been awaiting you for quite some time, that has taken you perhaps quite a few lifetimes to discover. Okay? So, we're going to be doing the therapy toolkit, which is also I use as an aid to help us talk about those taboo subjects and different topics that we all hide away from. Oh, don't talk about that. It's going to hurt the family. Don't talk about that. They're going to talk about you. What are they going to think about you? We think and say all of these things in order to lock ourselves away in a box. And we find ourselves going through life as an imposter of who we truly are versus who we are. And it's time to shine. The divine wants us to shine. Yes. All right. And we're also going to be using my very own, I have wrapped up, my very own Tap In Oracle deck. Oh, I love this deck. Every time, oh my goodness, the energy is just, pow, hit me. Okay? And the way it feels is like, ooh, like butter. My Tap In Oracle deck. Tap In Transformation Oracle deck. Very powerful. And it's not for sale. It's not for sale, loves. Okay? Now, here we go. We're going to tap in with and see what the energy is for this reading, okay? Wow, it's been a while. And guess what, lovelies? I can't make this up. I cut the deck, and I cut the deck at Tap In. Spirit wants us to do just that. Tap in and discover the keys, right? And what do we have here? I could be all sad, but I have shit to do. Yes, we have discoveries to do. We have insights to discover. Yes, thank you, Spirit, angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides. What is the overall energy for this reading, for the collective? Ascended Masters, air, fire, water, earth, and ether, yes. For this reading for May 30th, 2023. Thank you, Spirit, angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides. Thank you. Okay, lovelies. I cannot make it up. Look at that. The came out. The came out. Confirmation, lovelies, confirmation. If it comes out again, I'm going to fall on the floor. Okay? Spirit is saying. All right. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. Angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides. Thank you. Thank you. Good vibes only. Yes, good vibes only. We do here. None of that other stuff, right? Only good vibes only. We want the sun to continue to shine, right? Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides, ascended masters. Thank you for this reading for the beautiful lovelies. Thank you. Okay, it's 118 cards, so bear with me, lovelies. I have to shuffle this totally different than I do any other deck. Okay. And let's see what we have for the lovelies. All right. Woo. I'm excited. Here we go. One card, Spirit. Energy to tap in for this reading. What energy do you have for us? There it is. All right. Do you have another one? But I believe that's it. For us, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Angels, ancestors, shows and gods. Thank you. Oh, one more came out. Okay. And 3. We have 3 here, lovelies. Okay. That looks like a celebration, Christmas time. Okay. Transformation, the bottom of the deck. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Om is the overall energy for this reading. And I have an Om tattoo on the back of my neck. That was my very first tattoo. I don't know if you could see it, but I put it in the camera. We'll see. And we have dream. Spirit wants us to always dream. This is how we create, lovelies. This is another way that we create. This is another way we receive, and we're looking at it as during our sleep time. This is another way we receive our messages from Spirit, from the divine, okay, is through our dreams. And also dreaming is very important to do. Very important to do, to put yourself, to give yourself those keys to get out of those boxes that 3D mentality keeps putting you in, right? Okay. And we have here, I look at this as like Christmas time. Christmas time is a time we receive gifts, right? So Spirit wants us to dream, wants us to activate our gifts, and Om is also, Om means 1,000 things, but Om also is the divine. Om is the sound of creation. So we're going to create through dreams, dreaming, and have something to celebrate in this life, right? Yes, and have something always to celebrate. And everyone dreams differently, just as we do in our sleep time, as we do in our awakened time. Everyone has different dreams, right? Yes. Never covet someone else's dream, because you don't know what they had to do in order to receive it. Okay, what hell, literally hell, they had to go through. Okay, so it's not good to covet someone else's gifts or covet someone else's dreams. When Spirit gave you, created you to have your own, right? Yes. All right. So we're going to tap in further, loves. I'm feeling, let's see if I'm getting anything else from this. I did say the sound of Om is the sound of creation, right? Yeah. Om. Yes, that's the sound of creation. Okay. Here we go. Let's go into our therapy toolkit. Yay! Let's do it. It's been a while since we've been in here. It's been a while. Let's see what we're going to dive into today. Wow. All right, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Angels, ancestors, what energy do you have for the therapy toolkit that we need the collective to focus on for this new season, for this new beginnings, this new chapter? Yes, Spirit, angels, ancestors, and we're excited that summer's coming along, and we have our Sea Oracle cards that we're going to close out this reading with, bringing messages from the sea. Thank you, Spirit, angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides. Thank you so much. Earth, fire, water, air, and ether, we're bringing you into this reading as well. Thank you. Let's see what we have. Oh, what are we going to talk about today? Let's see. Here we go. Thank you, Spirit, angels, ancestors. What do you have? Ooh, quite a bit's coming. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. All right, only a few this time. All right, one time thing when we first started doing this, like 10 came out. That was too many. Sensitivity on the bottom of the deck. Okay, and yes, Spirit wants us to really dive into our emotions and out to our feelings. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh boy. Here we go, loves. Here we go. I cannot make this stuff up. I cannot. Before I did this video, I did like a little taping of another beginning of what was going to be this reading, but Spirit said, no, don't do that. I want you to do it this way, okay? The way we're doing it right now with the sun and acknowledging the divine and Ra, Ra, right? Yes. So we have here, ladies and gentlemen, we have shame. Can you see that? We have shame, okay? That's one energy we're going to talk about. And we have addiction. Okay, addiction. Now, I'm really taken back because in that little clip, I'm going to post it so you can see what it was. I talked about drinking. I was talking about alcohol because I was having some water. And I was saying that I don't currently drink. I used to drink many moons ago, like in my 20s. I was a party all the time. And I said the party never stopped. And when I at that time was in a whole different frame of mind, a whole different me. I was in my false self, totally, okay, totally. But everyone thought I had it all together. See how we can be mistaken? By looking at someone's outward appearance. Inside, I was lost. So I used the drugs and the alcohol and all of that to fill that void. And all the pain and the shame, where is it? Shame that I was feeling on the inside. See that? The shame that I was feeling on the inside. I was using drugs. I was using alcohol. I was using sex. But I wasn't promiscuous. I always had like a relationship back then. So since I was in high school, I had relationships. I didn't get out there into like, I was never very promiscuous. I was never a very promiscuous person. But I did end up doing the adult entertainment for an occupation. So, but I never was that kind of person that went from pillar to post, from person to person. I always gave myself some time after a relationship before I got into another relationship. At least I was wise enough to do it then. So can you imagine where I am now after I've done the work? Okay. So, and here we have resilience. So important, lovelies. Resilience. If we're going to make anything happen, if we're going to, undergo, and like I said, never ever covet someone else's gifts. Never ever covet someone else's life, because you don't know what kind of resilience they've had to undertake in order to have the blessings, in order to have the gifts, in order to have what it is they possess, right? So I believe Spirit, and I'm feeling Spirit is saying to us, a lot of us are having lots of addictions at this time. Addictions to stimulants, addictions to alcohol, addictions to cigarettes. I live in a city that it seems like everybody's smoking. If they're not smoking, they're vaping. when lovelies, the key, I'm going to give you a key right now. The key that I discovered, because I used to smoke cigarettes in my 20s. I thought it was cute. I started smoking. I picked up my first cigarette when I was 13 years old. I thought it was cute. I thought I was cool. I was all that at 13, sneaking and smoking cigarettes, okay? Then, when I started the party life after going into the casino industry and all my girlfriends were older than me, that I used to hang out with, but I was a leader, believe it or not. I was a leader. My girlfriends were like 3 to 8 years older than me, okay, at that time. But the addictions can really take us to places that we really don't want to go. And even though it feels good, that's why we do it. We do drugs because it takes us out of our pain. It helps us to escape the moment. It helps us to escape our feelings. But when we return to what we may consider as reality, which is really not reality, it's an illusion of reality. When we return to that, we're still in the same place, but maybe even deeper. Because we've suppressed the feelings and emotions more. And that means they have to come through a little stronger to try to get your attention. So it becomes an endless battle of you pressing it down, it trying to pop up, you pressing it down, it trying to pop up. So this is why the addictions continue. And it becomes a vicious cycle to sometimes, unfortunately, many have lost their lives. And I've come this close to being one of those. But what saved me was an accident, believe it or not. I had a serious fall that incapacitated me for a whole year. But we'll talk about that another time on the inside, okay? But that really was a lifesaver for me. It was a huge wake-up call, a huge one. And there was a lot of change that happened in my life at that time. A lot. But loves, I'm saying this to say, and going back and I digress. Going back to addictions and people smoking and living in a city full of people, okay? And they tend to be smoking everywhere. I'm holding my breath so much. I'm holding my breath, just to keep from inhaling the smoke. If it's not marijuana, it's some kind of cigarette. If it's not some kind of cigarette, it's a cigar. If it's not a cigar, it's a vape. So, we got all kinds of smoke going on top of the pollution. My goodness. But lovelies, I was saying that the simple key to stop smoking is to learn how to breathe deep. When we breathe deep, we automatically relax. Calms you down. Brings peace to the mind. We don't have to grab a cigarette. We don't have to grab a cigar. We don't have to grab a vape. We don't have to grab a vape. Just breathe deep. You're pulling in anyway. Aren't you sucking in anyway? That's what you want, is air. So if we breathe deep and properly, filling our lungs, we won't need the cigarettes, the weed. Even though the weed helps a lot of people relax, it can be used for a lot of different medical reasons. I understand all of that. But anything done in excess is not good, right? We can agree on that. But we're not going to do too much information again on this reading, but I do go a lot deeper on these topics within the Diamond Life Global Academy, where I go even real deep into the cause, into the maybe a true life story, examples, questions and answers. We do quite a bit. And lovelies, when we find ourselves in some kind of addiction, we usually have some kind of shame along with it. I know when, like they say, one drug in particular is cocaine that is called the big secret. For some reason, when people are doing cocaine, they don't want anyone to know they're doing it, whether it's crack or cocaine. Okay? And I remember when I was doing coke, it was a big secret. I spent more time in the toilet than I've ever done in my life. And we thought it was glamorous. See how you could be fooled, lovelies? See how you can easily be fooled? Now, who in their right mind would say spending time and time again throughout the day in the toilet is cute? No one. All right? Unless you're on some kind of drugs. Right? All right. But we're never ever doing blaming here. We're never ever shaming. We're never ever doing that. That's not good for anyone. That helps no one. We're here to find the key to unlocking and preparing you for your eternity, for your destiny, for your purpose. Right? Okay. And we're going to help you find the resilience to do it. The key to your resilience. All right? Now, loves, I'm going to read each one of these because we're going to keep this reading at a decent time. Okay? We're going to start with shame. Okay? And it says, not to be confused, guilt is recognition of negatively impacting others, and shame is the felt experience of being bad. Yes, you feel like you're bad. Yeah, you feel shame for doing things that you, quote unquote, taboo, that are bad, considered to be bad. I always say there's no such thing as bad. There's no such thing as good or bad. Everything just is. However you perceive it to be makes it good or bad. Because what's bad for me is good for someone else. And what's good for someone else may be bad for you. So it can't really say whether something is good or bad. It is what it is. All right? Now, arising in oneself, all right? Capacity for shame is important, but if you are consistently subjected to shaming experiences, constantly being criticized, manipulated, belittled, or ignored, it can become internalized. A lot of us may have gone through those kind of things growing up, and make you believe you are intrinsically bad, rather than what happened to you being bad. See how we perceive things. One way to cope with internalized shame, which often includes feelings of worthlessness and self-disgust, is to project outwards with aggression and contempt. In parent and child relationships, this can be particularly damaging. We just spoke of that. With the mother or father projecting their shame onto their child, who either continues this cycle in their own relationships or absorbs the shame and turns their anger on themselves. And this is what turns into what?